students. It's nice to see you. I'm your teacher Roxy, and I'm glad that you're here. If you are new to this channel, please do like, subscribe, and share this video lesson, and also hit the bell button for you to notify with my new video lessons to come. At this point, we will talk about the nature and background of futsal. Are you ready to listen? Let's do it. Futsal comes from the Spanish futbol sala, or fútbol de salón. It is a ball sport played on a hard court, smaller than a football pitch, and mainly indoors. It has similarities to five-a-side football. It is played between two teams of 5 players each, one of whom is the goalkeeper. Futsal is played with a smaller, harder, low-bounce ball. The surface, ball and rules together favor ball control, and passing in small spaces. The game's emphasis is on improvisation, creativity and technique. There are 2 versions of the creation of futsal. The first version, is which the origin of futsal has been in the 40s, when some youths in São Paulo, Brazil, for lack of soccer fields began to improvise, and play on the basketball court, which has shorter dimensions. Another version, and probably the most accepted, is that sport appeared in Montevideo, Uruguay, in 1934. In this period, the country Uruguay lived in intense love for football because that winning of the World Cup Football 11. The creator was professor of physical education at the YMCA of Montevideo, which is Juan Carlos Siriani Gravier. He decided to develop new rules for the game, using the rules of other sports, such as handball and basketball. He called the sport as indoor football. The YMCA spread the game immediately throughout South America. It was easily played by everyone, everywhere, and in any weather condition, without any difficulty, helping players to stay in shape all year round. Ingles, who passionately contributed to the rapid spread of the game, as well as being credited as the man who coined the name futsal to define the sport. In September 1969, in Asunción, Paraguay, was founded the South American Confederation of Indoor Football, with the presence of representatives of futsal, or Brazil's indoor football. In July of 1971, in São Paulo, Brazil, with representatives of Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Bolivia, Peru, and Portugal, was founded the FIVA, International Federation of Indoor Football. In 1980, the first Futsal Pan American Championship was held in Mexico, with the participation of Brazil, Mexico, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, Bolivia and the United States. Brazil was the winner of this competition. In 1982, FIVA held the first Futsal World Championship, in São Paulo, Brazil. Brazil was the first Futsal World Champion. The tournament was attended by Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, Costa Rica, Czechoslovakia, Colombia, Uruguay, Mexico, Italy, the Netherlands and Japan. FIVA has registered the word futsal in 1985. In the Philippines, the Philippine Futsal League is the top-flight futsal league in the country. The league hosts separate competitions for both men and women. It was founded in 2009, and is organized by the Futsal Committee of the Philippine Football Federation, headed by Iranian coach Esmail Sadiq, who formerly coached the Philippines national futsal team. The Philippines national futsal team represents the Philippines in various international futsal competitions under the Philippine Football Federation, and is affiliated with the Asian Football Confederation. Since futsal is played on a smaller place, and players can constantly substitute during a match, futsal is considered a more fast-paced sport, making it creatively exhilarating. For this very reason that futsal has widely spread in the country. The availability of small concrete venues in school quadrangles and basketball courts enable students, players, enthusiasts, and the community to play futsal leisurely and competitively. Now, let's talk about the futsal facilities and equipments. Futsal pitch. Futsal is normally played on a rectangular-shaped 5A-side pitch. The 5A-side football regulation states that the field measurements can be minimum of 25 meters long by 15 meters wide, or 82 by 49 feet. And then, maximum of 42 meters long, by 25 meters wide, or 138 by 82 feet. However, for international games, such measures are reduced to a minimum of 38 meters by 18, or 25 by 59 feet, up to a maximum of 42 meters by 22, or 138 by 72 feet. Futsal ball. Size is number 4. The circumference is 62 to 64 centimeter. Weight is 390 to 430 grams. Bounce must be 55 to 65 centimeter on first bounce. Material used are leather, or other suitable material, like not dangerous. Futsal goal. All futsal goals come in the standard size. 3 meters by 2 meters, with a run back of 1 to 2 meters depending on the model. Now, let's talk about the difference between futsal and football. Futsal plays to a very different set of rules than 11-a-side does. For anyone coming to futsal for the first time, this can be difficult to get used to. The key futsal rules that you need to know, compared to 11-a-side, are detailed on the pictures. Now, let's proceed to the futsal player positions. Futsal is played with a total of 5 on-field players per team. 1 goalkeeper, and 4 players. Substitutes can be used anytime during the match. By nature of the small court size, all players contribute to both attack and defensive play. However, there is a general rule of thumb when it comes to player positions and roles. The defender is the player in the further back, or more defensive in a futsal team. Some of the characteristics of a good defender are being a good marker, and having a good ball pass. The defender must also be communicative to organize the marking and the exit of ball of his team. The wingers. In futsal, there is the right wing and the left wing. The wings are the players that occupy the sides of the pitch. Some of the characteristics of the wings are speed and agility both to attack and to defend. The pivot, or forward, is the most advanced player on the pitch, or the more offensive in a futsal team. Some of the characteristics of a good pivot or forward are having a good ball control, a good pass, and a good shoot, or finish. The pivot, or forward usually receives the ball backwards to the opposing goalkeeper. Afterwards, the pivot, or forward can pass the ball to a teammate who approaches, or tries to turn and finish shooting to the goal. The pivot, or forward must be constantly moving, looking for spaces in the opponent's defense in order to get the ball. The goalkeeper is the player whose main goal is to prevent the ball from entering its own goal. The goalkeeper must be quick, and can use any part of the body to perform a defense. A good goalkeeper should be agile, have a good sense of positioning, and communicate enough with his teammates as to organize the defensive system. Remember, futsal is a game played between 2 teams, with 5 players each team inside a 16 by 25 meters, minimum, or 25 by 42 meters, maximum, pitch size, with a size 4 ball. Playing futsal can be a wonderful way to keep fit and healthy because it can improve one's cardiovascular fitness, as well as improve muscle tone and elasticity. Futsal has more touches, more passes, more interaction between teammates and opponents that made it more fun and enjoyable to play. Futsal can be played in small spaces, thus improves quicker play and fast decision-making. Futsal promotes creativity, improvisation, more ball and control skills and adaptability. And that is all for today. I hope you learned something new about the nature and background of futsal.